What's going on, guys? T-Mart here, and I'm bringing you some Modern Warfare 3 action today, and as you can tell by the title of the video, we've got something pretty cool to talk about, and that's the next Call of Duty game. So, for right now, I'm just presuming it's going to be Black Ops 2, because we don't know, we don't have any other leads other than that. It hasn't been officially announced. There were some rumors going around, like, back in May of 2011, and I think Guns for Hire did a video about it, but, if Black Ops was so successful, why would they not do another one, kind of like they did repeats in the Modern Warfare series? But either way, we'll just have to wait. We don't know. It doesn't really matter what it's called. Anyway, so why am I talking about it this early? We're in the end of December, almost January. Modern Warfare 3 has only been out for like 2 months now, and this next game is still like 10 months away. That's pretty early to be talking about it, and I felt the same way, but I actually looked back, and Modern Warfare 3 was officially announced on, I think it was IGN or something like that, on like January 21st of 2011. So we're getting close to that time period where they're going to start talking about the next Call of Duty game already, which is pretty crazy, and they actually already kind of have. So the reason why I wanted to do this video is David Vonderhaar has been tweeting about some things that they're looking at and looking for feedback from the community lately, and he works for Treyarch. He's kind of like Treyarch's Robert Bowling, and he's like the face of the game, and he takes feedback from the community and puts it in the game and tries to make the best game possible. So I figured it would be cool to look at some of the things that Treyarch might be looking at for the next Call of Duty game, look at some of the feedback that they've kind of recognized and paid attention to so far, and then maybe come up with some feedback ourselves to hopefully try to make the best Call of Duty game possible. But no matter what, it's just gonna be interesting to see what they're looking into. So anyway, the first thing that kind of caught my attention is this guy's tweet here. He said, "Is there any way I can choose to join games in session?" And this is something that I would love to be able to do, because I hate joining a game where it's already halfway over, the enemy team has air support up in the air, they're absolutely thrashing your team, and there's no way that you can come back. There's no good option there, because you can either stay in the game, take a beating, and then take a loss at the end, or you could just have to back out and you take a loss. So there's not really any good middle ground there, and the answer is technically it's easy that we could do that, but we know that this would result in lots of games that are always ending via enemy team forfeitures, which equally sucks. And I never really thought about that. That's the other side of the coin there. Think about if you're playing with a couple of friends and you guys are beating down the enemy team and they back out. You're going to have to play against like 2 people on a huge map, and that's going to suck. It's going to be a really slow game, and if those people tend to back out, if the whole other team backs out, then you have to wait the 20 seconds for the forfeiture to happen, then you have to go back to the lobby, you have to find a totally new lobby, and that would equally suck, So there's not really a good side to either of these. You either have to do it or you don't, and there's a bad side to both of them. But the next tweet kind of offers somewhat of a solution. So this guy asked pretty much the same question, and David Vonderhaar answered, "We have some ideas about how to incentivize you to finish a match joined in progress and not wrecking your stats for doing so. Be good citizens, finish games." So I think this is a pretty cool idea, but I'm just not really sure how they're going to do it. How are they going to make it worth your while to stay in games, especially ones that you join progress and your team was already getting beat down? He said they're not going to wreck your stats, so does that mean that maybe they'll make it so that loss doesn't count? That would be pretty interesting. Or are they going to kind of bribe you, like, if you stay in this game, we'll give you a bigger match bonus, or we'll give you some double XP, or something like that. I'm not really sure how they could do that. It'll be interesting to see how they do. I know one route that they could take is the Halo route, and rather than reward people for not backing out, you could punish people for backing out, which I honestly think is pretty cool, and I would like to see it done that way. So back in Halo 3, when you backed out, I'm not sure if it actually deranked you. It might have, but it definitely made it harder for you to achieve the max level of 50, which is pretty cool. So if you backed out a lot, that you couldn't get to that prestigious max level. And I think that would be pretty cool, if it deranked you in some sort of way. Like, your last 5 games, all that XP is gone when you back out. That would be pretty funny, and that would encourage people not to back out because they don't want that to happen. But then again, it is kind of mean, because the people that actually have to back out, like they need to help their mom carrying the groceries or something, then that's not fair to them because they had an honest reason why they had to. So, maybe that way's a little bit too harsh, but there is a different direction that they could go, and that's the Halo Reach direction. interaction. So I remember back when I was playing the beta, if I backed out too many times within a certain time period, like maybe 3 times in an hour or something like that, then it would make me wait until I could play my next match. I would be in timeout for like 10 minutes, or maybe it was like a half hour, something like that, and that would be pretty cool, for all those people that back out of games constantly just because they want to get in an easy lobby, or they didn't like the map, or whatever it may be, whatever silly little reason that they back out. Those people are going to be put in timeout. It's almost like Treyarch is playing mom. Go in the corner and think about what you've done for 45 minutes, and then you can come back and try it again. And that would be pretty interesting. That would really piss them off. That would encourage them not to rage quit. But at the same time, for the people who have an honest reason to rage quit, they're probably not going to be on Call of Duty within 45 minutes anyway. So it's not going to harm them, but it's really going to work effectively against the people that are hardcore Call of Duty players that just like to rage quit. So I think that would be interesting. But we'll just have to wait and see as to what they do with that. Now, this next tweet is what kind of intrigued me the most, and it's right here. So, COD points and 140 characters or less. Tell me why you didn't like them. Go. And this sounds like Treyarch is trying to get feedback from the community as to whether or not we liked COD points, so that maybe they can find out if they want to include them or not include them, or try to improve them, or whatever they want to do. And that's going to be super, super important. How is the ranking up going to work? Is it going to be like COD points, where we could buy our setups, right off the bat, right after prestiging, you could have dead silence? Or are you going to have to wait, like in Modern Warfare 3, and level up to a certain level to get something? And both sides kind of had their good things. So he retweeted a couple of tweets from people, and one guy said, COD points are silly. They decrease the longevity of the game by eliminating the leveling up aspect of playing. And that's true. I mean, if you can buy everything you want right out of the gate, it kind of takes away the fun of having to, work towards getting something. Whereas the other guy said, I liked them. There's no annoying grind for attachments. And that's true as well. It's pretty much on the opposite end of the spectrum, because, it is kind of frustrating at times to get 30 kills with this and rank up your weapon with this and, do all these things to be able to get what you actually want. So I don't know which one is truly better in terms of multiplayer gameplay. Let me know what you guys would like to see better. But I do know that I definitely want COD points to come back for one reason, and that's wager matches, because you can't really do wager matches without COD points unless you did it with like XP or something, which would be pretty cool. But I definitely want to see wager matches come back. So let me know what you guys think about that. But anyway, that's the end of the gameplay here. I do have quite a few other tweets to go over and some opinions and things, so if you would like to see kind of a part 2 to this, let me know and I'd be happy to do so. Hope you all enjoyed, and if you want to, check out one of the other 2 videos on screen. Thank you guys so much. I got an awesome gameplay for the first interactive Modern Warfare 3. I'm already working on it. Be excited for that, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.